Going to comment on some comments. One of them was on lucid dreaming, and I've had this one recurring dream that as soon as I can find myself in that dream and take control over that dream, it was um, really, really wild. And it was about flying. I got this link about this girl flying in her dreams, and she describes it as lucid dreaming. Never knew that there was a title or a phenomenon like that, but this is something that happened to me a lot. And it really gives you a different perspective of what happens when you are dreaming. It's almost like this bodysuit is your avatar, and when you're awake, you get into this suit, but when you're not awake, you're someplace else, doing something else. And in your dreams, I don't know of too many people that see the planet is actually round, or that there is the same thing as gravity. Gravity seems to not be the same in a dream. The world is very dynamic, and I think that's where the imagination comes from, is in your dreams. You have experiences during your day that affect how you dream at night. A lot of people that watch scary movies tend to get nightmares. Like it does affect what you do during your day, does affect you at night. And I do believe we're equally tied to a network in our sleep as we are um, in our day experiences. But my experience was about flying, and it's almost was so real. I can't see it not possible of how humans could fly too. It's just so wild, and it is a matter of getting so much energy into yourself. It's a matter of um, you have to get to your highest knowing of yourself with full confidence, full energy, and such a driving force to be. And then all of a sudden you just start flying, and there's no such thing as gravity. And it's such a wild feeling for me, I would just always see how high I could go. And yet I'd be terrified of parachuting or anything to do with height, yet flying was something that was pretty wild. So, anyways, that was my experience of it. I don't know what that means. I don't dream too often. Um, that's another part I wanted to talk about with this too, is ego. That um, I don't think that I dream or pay attention to dreams or have that much control over what um, that dream state can do for you, because I'm a thinker. And when I go to bed at night, it's really hard to shut off those thoughts. You're really, really talented if you can um, shut those thoughts off just 5 minutes before you go to sleep and actually be able to control when you sleep. I think that that's an aspect of the ego. The ego is trying to solve the problem, and it's more of a let go and let God type thing, that all you have to do is do this, ask the question, trust without a doubt, and just sleep. And it's when your filing system gets all done. Everything that you know and have experienced with your right brain gets sort of stored in with your left brain, and it's organizing files. It's sort of putting your own database together, so that when you wake up, poof, you put the pieces of your puzzle together and you have the answer will show up, but it'll show up using people, or sort of a metaphor of another example of what it is you were searching for. It's really wild, but I can't do it because I have this little ego thing that is constantly, I gotta solve the problem, I gotta solve the problem. Um, it is a negative thing. And I've hate using the words ego because we've all implied that ego is a really, really bad thing. But it's like, no, ego is your best friend. Ego is who you are. Ego says you're separate. Um, so being separate is not really a bad thing. It's sort of like a take charge of your separateness and but no, be a global thinker at the same time. That's where we're lacking is the ability to know who you are, but know how you affect the rest of your world. And what do you want the rest of your world to look like? And so you have to walk into the solution of what you see. So, but you can only tell right from wrong through your ego, which your ego is going to be your intuition. You know, it's a matter of knowing when that intuition is telling you the right answer or the wrong answer, which if the ego is um, angry, frustrated, know-it-all, any form of negative energy while asking a question will be a wrong direction. Trust that for sure. But if you're really calm and you're really collected and you're really loving with your fellow man and you ask the universe, in how many ways can I find my full potential in all of this, then you'll get great answers. So, and you'll get it through the ego, through your intuition. It'll be that voice that tells you, this is a good idea. And, anyways, dreaming is a good thing. It is a powerful thing if you can control them. But it's more of controlling what you do before you sleep and what you do when you're sleeping. Is it a good dream, or is it a direction that's good for everybody? Peace out.